So this week, I put out why you should not hire a coach,
Yes.
which I thought was fun. So I've had a couple of conversations, and I used to be like the guy that was like, I don't fucking get it. I don't understand people that would go to the gym 5 days a week and do the same fucking thing and get no results, and it just look the same, lift the same. I used to just like, my brain would melt.
Rattle,
I don't understand. But I think I get it.
Go.
I think it's if you're the person that goes to the gym because it gives you mental clarity or it's a routine thing that you can control and all of that, I get it.
It's very interesting to me, like when I hear, because like I know what kind of a person you are, and I know how understanding, empathetic, and all of the things. Like you've pretty much held my life together for a little bit. But like, it's so funny hearing you say those things. Like, I just don't understand people like that. I'm like, yeah, you really are a man in your early 30s that could train whenever you wanted, for however long you wanted, for blah, 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 blah. Yeah, Ben, it's not a coincidence that you've got a 5-month-old child.
Yeah.
And now you're like, guys,
I understand.
do you know you can do other things than get yoked in the gym?
No, progress at all costs, at all times.
And I think, like, I mean, I've worked with women exclusively for 9 years outside of group gyms that I've worked at. And navigating that and being patient through that period of their lives. Some people just have so much going on with work that they're working like 10-hour days and they're like, I don't want to think. If I do a hard set right now, I'm literally going to cry.
Yeah.
And it's going to be the worst part of my day.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's it. It's like I've started to realize it's like people with a mental load that's so high that gym isn't a passion thing. It's just like
it turns a good stress into a bad stress.
And for me, I would be like, I would go to like yoga or whatever. Like that's what I picture.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, if you want to unwind, like go to yoga. But I'm like, oh, okay, so you just go to the same leg press and lift the same weight in a routine, and that's refreshing for you or whatever. I'm like, okay, I understand. I understand why you would do that now.
Yeah. It's like weird watching you come to this other end of it. And I'm like, welcome.
I'm not a meathead anymore. He's grown.
He's back in his meathead era, but he's like dad meathead.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so much more than that. And like,
but that's my whole life.
But
though.
not
like,
going.
Like everything I do, like to the point where I have to set up deliberate boundaries to make sure I don't for some stuff. Everything's like, must be better than last time.
Yeah, I kind of get that. Like, I'm at a very frustrating point at the moment where I think we tend to forget, for a lot of people that don't structure their life around this, that not going backwards is making progress.
Yeah, 100%.
And damn, clip that.
Yeah.
But like, not going backwards is making progress, and they're still capable physically and mentally to show up and do the thing, even when they are that meme of the dog in the kitchen with everything on fire and they're like, this is fine at me right now. So it's like, everything is fine. You can still show up. You can still do that. You're still capable. Regressing from going to hard stuff like pushing weight to yoga. I'm not saying that yoga is not hard. It's hard for me to sit through, to be honest, but like that's a different level of hard.
Squirrel.
I start twitching because I can't move. My left eye gets a twitch. What do you mean I can't talk? I can't move. Like that's a regression to them.
Yeah.
I'm not capable of doing the thing that I like anymore.
Yeah.
But I think you go to a little bit more of a chill gym compared to like Muscle City vibe, but it's still not like Good Life Health Clubs. And like, I think that if we consistently trained in a gym like that, we would be reminded of the people that train that way. Yeah.
And I think that's like you said, like in my 20s, that's where I trained. That's where I worked. And I was like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
I think the difference is like if you're complaining about your results, it's like, well, you're fucking doing the same thing all the time. Stop.
Correct. It's when, and I know that you've used the example before, like when you confronted a client that wasn't getting results and she was so happy with what she was doing.
At. Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's like, what do you What do you get out of training? Why do you do it?
Yeah.
If you want both to just not go backwards, but then simultaneously want to look really different and lose all this weight, you got to like...
There's a mismatch.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So the point of the article is basically like, don't hire a coach if you don't want to get out of your comfort zone. It was like the main way that I framed it. And that's not, to me, 10 years ago, that would have been a negative, but it's not now. Just like, if you just want to go do your thing, just go do your thing. Like, who cares?
Yeah.
Like, if at some point you want to take it to another level, awesome. If you don't, that's fine.
Great.
And then I also went into like when you would hire a face-to-face coach versus an online coach.
Mm-hmm.
And I think face-to-face coach, you need an appointment. You need to be motivated. You need to be, maybe you don't like it as well. Like, it's a have to at this stage. I think learning, there's a story on this week as well, like learning to have a reason to do it that's more than I have to as soon as you fucking can. Like finding this makes me feel competent and tapping into that and like, oh, I noticed that days I don't train, I behave differently.
Yes.
Like, that is a reason to get up at 5:30 and go every day.
Yeah.
So you have to find that as soon as you can. But if you don't, and it's I have to because I know I'm unhealthy, or like I want to do it for people, obviously do it for kids or grandkids or whatever. Like, I don't think that's long-term sustainable, and that's why you probably pay the personal trainer, because you have to go.
Yep.
It's a really expensive model if that's the thing. Obviously, if you have the disposable cash, sure. Like, it's cool to have a relationship as well with someone that you hang out with that's detached from your life as well is also really valuable. So I get like the whole face-to-face thing. And then obviously competency. You don't know how to lift weights, you don't know how to do it well.
Injury history, blah, blah, blah. Yep.
Then I think online coaching is like, I know how to do all the stuff. I'm either going to make irrational, emotional decisions that I don't want to make, pay someone to make them for you.
Yes.
Or just like from a skill set standpoint, your results are important enough to find someone that's exceptional at it.
Yep.
Programming, nutritional programming, all of those types of things. And then different to, I need an appointment to show up, but accountability will affect my behavior.
Yes.
So having to check into a coach will mean I make a slightly different choice on a Saturday night.
Yeah.
Or I know I have to send measurements to my coach. So I'm going to do this slightly differently.
Yeah. So everyone that accidentally forgets to take their check-in photos on a Monday morning after going out on a Saturday night.
No, you didn't.
No, you didn't.
Just like, I want to look at that.
We see you.
Yeah. I'm like, I wonder if the salt made me leaner.
Yeah.
Bathroom Olympia, let's go. Yeah, that was kind of the core of the articles.
Love that.
That evolution, I think, of a lifter.
Yeah.
Because there's obviously pros and cons to face-to-face and online.
Yeah.
Like
I think that it's okay. Like I know a few people that have gone. They don't necessarily have friends that they can go and train with that are going to push them hard, but they really enjoy training. So they go to pay a trainer for a session once a week to like really get them through it.
Yeah. Because there's effort and attention to detail is going to be higher face-to-face, you would assume, right?
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I love that. It's just a matter of finding the right coach to do that for you.
Yeah.
We are just absolutely blessed with the people that we all have around at our disposal that's going to make us train hard.
That was the hardest part, writing it, and I actually have to put like a paragraph in it, like preface, before you keep reading, this is good face-to-face trainers on average across what I've seen in my career.
Yeah.
And good online personal trainers on average what I've seen across my career.
Yeah.
Like, there's online coaches that are shit at programming and nutrition, and they're just like hype girls.
Literally.
Or guys. Like, it's just they're not good at the thing.
No, they're not good at doing their job.
But it's the accountability or whatever, the relationship, whatever, that the people pay for, which is fine. And then obviously there are exceptionally good personal trainers face-to-face who coach, but do it in a face-to-face environment. And I would say we did that for the last 5 years we're in the gym.
Yeah.
And that's what we called hybrid coaching, because it was coaching, but you also did sessions.
Yeah.
And we even sold it like that. It was like you sign up for a membership and part of that membership is sessions.
Yeah.
Versus a normal personal trainer is like you do 2 sessions a week and that's what you get.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was interesting. Fun to explore.
It would help you get to know your clients so much more as well.
Face to face?
No, just like even exploring the
Going
questions
through
with
Yeah.
people. Like a lot of my clients had a massive shift this year in people. I'm like, I actually think face to face is better for you.
Yeah.
On the merit of the accountability was them getting into the gym, not what they were doing when they were in the gym.
Yeah.
And that's not you miss a session, I'm like, fuck you, go. That is like over a period of time, like, cool, I actually don't think this model is suitable for you. And
Yeah.
I'm not even going to let it affect my ego because it's like,
Yeah.
I want you to get better results. And I actually think going to a group gym or, where you have to book in and show up, like that actually might be for you.
Yeah.
To get you back into a routine.
Yeah, the thought process stemmed from I had a new client come on board who goals were like strength on the barbell.
Yep.
So she got a strength program. She was like, what do you mean I'm training different muscle groups? I was like, okay, so this is super new. I get it.
Yeah.
I'm like, how much do you hate it? She's like, it's really stressing me out. I'm like, okay, cool. I'll put squats at the start of like old school bro workouts.
Yeah.
We can do squats at the start of your leg day. We can do deadlifts at the start of your back day. Like, it's fine. We can make that work. And then once we build some trust and all of that, and you build some confidence, then we'll look at if you want to peak, we kind of got to do it this way. Yeah, cool. So I was like, I'll give it to you for a week, see how you go. After the week, I forgot that I'd only given her a week. So it was one day overlap. There was a Sunday that she went to train. She's like, I went and did my own thing and I just enjoyed it so much more. And I was like, okay, so you're in that camp of like, I just want to do the stuff that I'm comfortable with, the stuff that I know keeps me at a certain level, the stuff that the exercises I enjoy, the machines I enjoy. I don't want to be anxious thinking about this new exercise I've never done. I don't want to film shit and send it to a coach. Like I don't.
Too much resistance.
Yeah, so it's either like you probably need a face-to-face coach that'll walk you through it, so then you don't feel overwhelmed because someone's doing it for you, or just 100% keep doing your thing. And she's like, I would really like to just keep managing my nutrition, but can I just like do my own training? I'm like, yeah, that's what you need. And
great.
100%. So
the self-awareness is good as well, rather than like I do, there are some people that have to like push through it, blah, blah, blah. There are a couple times where I've gotten a program and someone's like, I hate it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what do you hate about it? And then one in particular, she's like, why is there so much upper body?
Yeah.
And I'm like, because you can't RDL heavy enough.
Yeah.
But I like the self-awareness to be like, cool, I actually like this is causing more harm than good for now. But when you get to the point where the results are not enough for you, you have to consider that you need to be uncomfortable. And uncomfortable isn't necessarily a hard set. Uncomfortable is a different exercise or a different way of training. It's
a different room in the gym, like all sorts of shit. Yeah.
Yeah. A machine you haven't used before. And discomfort is more than just pushing through the last heavy squat.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's why I said like, obviously it was pretty early in sort of 4 weeks into coaching. I was like, look, we've still got at least 6 weeks. Like, I think you'll feel different week 4.
Yeah.
And then by the next program, you'll feel different week 2. Because you'll be used to this kind of, fuck, I've got to learn something. And like, it is annoying to learn for 3 weeks if you've never been exposed to something. But once you don't even have to open your program when you're on the way to the gym because you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
You'll feel the same feeling again, but your results are obviously going to be exponential because it's novel to what you've done in the past.
Correct.
So we'll see. We'll see if that kind of comes to fruition. But it was just an interesting moment for me to be like, yeah, I can see why.
Yeah, and sometimes like being like, not you can't help everyone, but like you can't help everyone in the way that you would help most people. Yeah. Because like you help most of your clients in the same way.
Correct. Yeah.
Most. That's what a niche is. That's what our group, we want to attract the same kind of clients. But yeah, you can't help everyone in the same way. Like I had a client come back after a couple months away. Mm-hmm. And she, like the first thing she did when she came back was, I need a really aggressive goal to commit to. Mm-hmm. I've known her for 4 years.
Yeah.
I don't need a gentle ease back into this. I've been training this whole time.
Yeah.
I never stopped training. I want something aggressive.
Kick my ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're aiming for 10 kilos of weight loss.
Yeah.
So like we're going aggressive with it.
Yeah.
And I think that's not my normal approach though. For someone to come back and be like, aggression, let's go.
Yeah.
That's not my normal approach. But looking at it and it's like, this is what you need.
Yeah.
I'm actually like, Kirsty's actually going into an aggressive cut now as well. After 10 months of not maintaining weight to be at the top of her performance in her weight class. Like, so we haven't done any cuts.
Yeah.
She's done 3 preps back to back. So like going into this now and being like, all right, well, you want challenging and you want this and that. Like, let's go. Let's do it.
Yeah, especially when you know them.
Yeah, I don't.
Doing the full send thing. I don't. Yeah, fat loss I haven't done for a really long time, like aggressive from day one. But I've had the last 12 months, probably 3 people come within 8 weeks out from powerlifting comp. And I'm like, bro, there's no time to learn new.
Yeah.
We're just got to fucking go.
Yeah.
And what happens.
I'm really excited. I've got a couple clients going aggressive with fat loss. So that's going to be really cool to be part of fun, see that. Like aggressive calorie drop, and then I'll play with expenditure after that. So I'm not touching any cardio, but I will be implementing cardio. They've all got their little plans. They know what's coming and when. Yeah. They just don't know how much, because I just don't know how much just yet, unless it goes exactly to plan. Right? Yeah. And then Mel from, we didn't even talk about lift off. Mel that did the lift off, she has committed. So after not benching, I have not taken her through a bench press. Yeah. Never coached her through it. Because she's only been with me for like 8 weeks now. Yeah. And last year, the program wasn't barbell bench focused when she did the preseason. And she got bench on her program for the first time. She's like, by the way, I could bench 40 kilos for sets of 6.
Okay.
Just like, guys, that's like 10 kilos off body weight. And I was like, cool. My only response to her, I sent her the Strength Haven novice comp. Yeah. I sent it. I was like, this is 8 weeks out for you.
Yeah. Is that spring fling?
Yeah. I was like, this is 8 weeks out from you. Yeah. I'm not changing this program because I introduced tempo, squats and bench to her, and I took deadlifts out and put RDLs in. I was like, you're going to have this program for probably only 3 weeks. Yeah. Not even going to go the full 4. You're going to do this for 3 weeks. Then I'm going to take the tempos out. Yeah. I'm going to bring deadlifts back in, and then we're just going to pick you for that. Yeah. And I was like, cool, 8 weeks out. She's never done anything like it. Like, she did the lift off, but that was deadlift only for her. Yeah. I was like, cool. All my clients have really aggressive goals at the moment.
Yeah,
I'm like,
dope.
Love this.
They're so fun.
Love this. Yeah. So, and then another client sent in, the little lift off group chat is going off. Sent in, there's a Iron Revolution's bringing back powerlifting comps.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
The new
so,
owner.
Yep. 12 weeks.
Sorry.
No. Yeah.
Yeah.
Update. It's like 12 weeks out. Yeah. And one of my clients sent it to me, and I was like, let's try and get a team for it then.
Yeah, mad.
Let's go. Yeah. It's fun. Everyone's getting less scared of comps now. Yeah. Which is really nice.
Yeah. It seems to be coming back a bit in Melbourne. It's good to see.
I hope so.